3 times from where we are today.
Mm.
At $54, that puts silver at 162
Oh, wow.
in 6 months. Even if he's wrong and he uses the doubling from where we are today, that puts it at 108.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it's like, okay, I'm so excited about this. What comes next is greater than the growth that we've already had. So you haven't missed the boat.
Well, just as predicted, the rush for precious metals is on, as many are realizing the prices are breaking records and the rise will continue. We have been enjoying this as Dr. Elliott has been predicting each of the claims of silver big time for the past couple of years, and it's changing people's lives. We're going to hear about that. We will look into all of this today. And just wanted to remind you that the shutdown is still here and President Trump's still talking about it.
So the shutdown continues. The Republican Party's not going to pay $1.5 trillion to illegal immigrants coming into our country, coming in for a lot of reasons, coming in from prisons, from jails, from all over the place, from Venezuela, many countries. We're not going to do that. So the shutdown continues. It's a Democrat shutdown. It's a Schumer shutdown because his career has failed and it's over.
So the shutdown continues, and a lot of folks are catching on finally and realizing that this has nothing to do with anything but trying to get money to put into the pockets of NGOs and others, and also to fund the illegals so they can keep their votes and stay in power. While all that plays out, we're watching the gold price and silver price shoot through the roof. This is the recent update that I have here. $4,373.70 for gold, $54.31 for silver. Let's hear all about this from Dr. Kirk Elliott. It's great to have Dr. Kirk Elliott with us once again. It's been an amazing past week, couple of years, even more so. You guys know how amazing it's been to watch gold and silver take off through the roof. And we know .com/gold is in the description box below. Also, I flash up every now and then that QR code. You can just scan it if you're watching on TV. It'll take you straight to Dr. Kirk Elliott's website. Absolutely amazing week. Dr. Kirk Elliott, you've been awful busy. Seen some big numbers. How things going?
I mean, this has been the busiest I've ever seen this industry ever, like literally ever. My own doing, it's my own fault. I did a video on Sunday with Tarek Saab, who's the president of the Texas Precious Metals Depository, just talking about the dynamics of what has just transpired over the last 5 days. So really, to bottom line it, and I'll go over some of these details. Silver's running out. Banks don't want to lend any money in this industry at all. So refineries have stopped producing, and we've got a major pickle on our hands, right? So I mean, that's the nutshell, right? So let's unpack some of that stuff, right? So last Wednesday, the lease rates on silver were about 10%. So let me explain what that means. Okay. So let's just say that you are a refinery or a depository, and you've got free float silver, meaning free float is a silver that's available for sale. Not stuff that you and I would have stored like at the depository. That's owned, that's allocated, that's ours, right? And we already own it, we pay our own fees. So anything that's free float, that's available for sale is basically put into repo in the repo market. And so the normal lease rate on that is like 10% a year. So you divide 10% by 365. Okay. This is part of the difference between the ask price and you know, it's part of the spread of owning metals, right? So Wednesday, it was 10%. Then for some reason, on Thursday, it went up to 26.7%. Then on Friday, the lease rate went up to 100%.
Oh,
not even during the Hunt brothers in 1980 was it up that high. So it's like we have to start asking ourselves, what in the world does this mean, and why is this happening? So imagine you, LT, are need to get a mortgage, right? You're buying a house, you need a mortgage. If your credit score stinks, you're going to get a pretty high mortgage rate, right? If you have a good credit score, then you get a good one. So high rates equal more risk, right? So the banks are viewing their lending into the precious metals space risky because they put it up to 100%. I mean, this is insane, like nothing we've ever seen before. Now, why? Well, because London ran out. Remember last week on our last week's show, we were talking about the analyst at TD Securities saying London was going to run out of silver and it had about 4 months until depletion.
Right.
Wrong.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like gone.
Oh, wow.
I mean, so serious. It's literally, it's like gone. So he was off by 4 months. But this is no surprise to Anduino viewers. We've talked about this for a long time, that silver in London was running out, right?
Yeah.
Now it's gone. So why does this matter? Because you've got all these banks with short positions that we've talked about as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when the price of silver goes up, they need to get out of their short positions or they lose money hand over fist. So silver is going up like wildfire. Like it's literally, as we record this, over $54 an ounce.
Yeah.
54. Right? It's like it's up like 19% in the last 2 weeks. Right. So these banks are losing money hand over fist. They have to unwind their short positions. They have to liquidate, right? And make physical delivery, because there's this exchange for physicals that's happening where nobody wants to just settle on this contract and get the cash. These institutions are wanting physical delivery. It's like nuts. There's no silver in London.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So they can't deliver something that they don't have. You can't unwind your short positions because there's no silver there. So the banks that are lending this say, this is a serious problem. We don't think that London is going to be able to get out of this. So therefore, they keep raising their rates, and now it's 100% lease rate, right? So what does that mean? It means any metals that you have stored, if you're going to sell them, if you're a refinery, and so forth, you would basically have to pay, what is it, $54 an ounce silver,
right,
divided by 365 days in a year, equals about 15 cents a day is that lease rate per ounce. Per ounce. So a refinery's spread, they're very low margin. They make about 2 to 3 cents per ounce when they sell silver. It's like, wait a second. They make 2 to 3. It's costing them 15 cents a day to store it. So they're actually having to pay 5 times more than what they make per day.
Oh my goodness.
What if it sits there because there's vendors like me or depositories or exchanges that don't actually need the metals from the refineries right away, and it sits there for a week? Well, just let's look at our firm. So let's just say we do $500,000 worth of ounces of silver a day. Well, 500 times 15 cents, that's like $75,000 a day just to carry the inventory for a company like me to buy from. Costing them $75,000 a day. Well, what if I didn't need it? What if we only did 100,000 ounces in a day, right? Well, then they're carrying even more, and they're going to have to go to a second day, a third day. This high lease rate is going to put companies out of business. It's going to put dealers out of business. It's going to put refineries out of business. And at minimum, they're going to start to dump their inventory. So this is where we're starting to see refineries all over the world start to dump their positions, right? So you and I were talking about this. One of the larger refineries on the planet, Heraeus out of Switzerland, they just came out with a story on Thursday. I don't know when it was. All the days are a blur when you don't sleep or eat because you're so busy, right? It's they basically have run out of silver, right? Their now delivery time is 1 to 2 months. Okay, put this into perspective. If you or I are an investor, we invest our money, we lock in our price. It's not the end of the world if we have to have a 1 to 2 month delay before we get our silver.
Right.
We know we paid for it. We locked in the price. But what if you're Tesla or Sony, or worse yet, a military contractor needs silver for torpedoes and missiles, and you've got a 2 month delay before you can even get it?
Oh, wow. Oh,
this is going to be a problem, right? A huge problem. So these firms and entities are going to start saying, okay, just like what I talked about a bajillion times, they're going to say, if there's no supply, you're going to say, well, we'll offer $60 an ounce. We'll offer $80 an ounce. We just need it from whoever will release it, right? So London is no different. The LBMA is no different than a company in the sense of they've got these contracts to fulfill. They don't have inventory. They're depleted. And so this backwardation that we've talked about before, the current spot price is more than the futures prices. Why? Because the cost of carrying is normally the cost of carrying, storing metals would cause futures prices to be higher. You take the spot price, you add the carrying cost, you get a futures price. The longer the futures price, the higher that price should go because you're storing it for a longer period of time. Right now, it's inverted. It's backwardation is what it's called, where the current spot price today is about $2.50 more than the next futures month. What does that mean? It means London is starting to say, if we don't get inventory in to our vault system, we're going to default. And the world's financial system as we know it goes belly up. So what are they doing? They're offering higher prices. This is why the current spot price is now $2.50 more than the futures price. Because let's say there are entities in the world that have silver. They're just not in London. But all roads lead to London, LT. It's the financial hub of the universe. That's the storage capital of the world. They have gold and silver stored there. So everything has to go through London even before it comes back to America, right? So if they don't have it, we're toast. So if we've talked a lot though in the past, and some of these puzzle pieces are starting to fit together for me just over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
China has silver. India has silver. COMEX has silver in America. Well, I mean, we've talked about how all this gold and silver is leaving London, leaving the rest of the world, and it's coming to New York. So people were speculating, that's because Trump is going to back the currency with gold. Who knows what the reason is? But now there's nothing left in London. So now London needs it, but it's expensive. You have to put it on a ship. It takes 2 to 3 weeks to get there.
Yeah.
At 15 cents a day per ounce, that's going to cause bank companies to go bankrupt. No. So now they're renting cargo planes, trying to get just the minimal amount over there. So LBMA, London, can stay afloat.
Right.
But it's not massive. Why? Why would China and India and COMEX say, we don't want to give London a bunch of metals right now? Well, because they know that London's being squeezed. They know that they're in a world of hurt, that they're in a pickle, and they're already offering $2.50 over today. So what if tomorrow they offer $3? What if the next day they offer $4 over? What if the day after that they offer $6 over? Which they're going to have to get to because they need the product. So there's no really supply going in mass because the expectation is London's going to keep jacking up prices.
Oh, wow.
So that's instant arbitrage. If you can buy silver in China, sell it in London for $6 an ounce extra. And if you have millions of ounces, it's like, oh my word, instant money, right? For some of these countries.
Right.
Or it could be that the BRICS nations want to upend and destroy the financial system as we know it and strip power away from the West. So they just simply want London to fail. Or you've got this other problem with these lease rates, right? Why are they so high? Why are the banks seeing so much risk here? Because of Trump's tariffs, right? So on the 19th, Trump is going to announce his Regulation 232 ruling and what are strategic metals, what are not, and the tariffs, what's going to be included in the tariffs or not. Is silver going to be included in the tariffs from Europe, or is it not? Or is it going to be considered a strategic metal, rare earth metal from China, which is going to have 100% tariff on it as of the 19th? Nobody knows. We don't know yet. But the banks are saying, what if?
Oh, yeah.
What if it's a tariff? And COMEX is sending all of this silver to London to fulfill their need. And then they have to pull it back after the 19th. And now it's tariffed at 25 to 50%. They don't want to do that. Right?
Wow.
So this is why nothing is happening right now and why depositories are literally running out of silver. So in the past 3 days, 4 days, I mean, you've seen silver at minimum go up like 80 cents a day, up to $2 a day. It's like, this is insane. So what does London need to do to fix itself? Well, we were looking at this article. That one.
This one here?
So, yes. So if they took 80%, over 80% of COMEX's total supply, they could actually fix London. They would have enough to cover their contracts. It's like, what? COMEX is not going to give you 80% of everything that they have stored. They don't even have it because it's already purchased. It's stored for somebody that they own.
Oh,
the
wow.
free float's not there. They'd have to have over 80% of COMEX just to actually not default. So now you've got this problem. And why is there so much demand for silver? You've got India that's in the middle of jewelry season. Okay, that's seasonal. I mean, it just happened to happen at a horrible time when silver. ETFs, the exchange traded funds like SLV, BlackRock's SLV,
right.
have to buy metals to supposedly back those shares. So that increased demand as silver's been going up. It's up 19% in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
That's up 195% over the last 3.5, 4 years. I mean, silver's booming. So now it's starting to get into the minds of the retail investor. They want these ETFs. That increased demand, it means they've been taking all the free float silver from London. LT, this is a massive pickle, right? And which why I had to do this video on Sunday saying, look, premiums are about to go through the roof.
Yeah.
They're about to go through there. And just today, as I was looking, locking in trades, it's like, man, the spread between wholesale and ask, it's like $1 more than it was a few days ago.
Yeah.
What in the world so what we talked about, it's happening right underneath our nose. And this is why we gave that warning. And you know me, all your viewers watch me. It's like, I'm so mellow. I get excited about the markets because I'm an economic nerd, right? But it's like, you better do it now. I'm never an urgency kind of a person. It's like, think about it, pray about it, just do it when it's going to be just fine. We might actually run out of silver. I'm not joking. The premiums might go sky high. This is why I had to do a special Sunday video and let people know, because you've got LBMA running out, increased demand of ETFs, 100% lease rates, which means refineries aren't going to produce enough, right? They have to take their inventories flat. They don't want to carry anything. So here's the thing. The days of somebody calling us after they see the show, they purchase metals, and then we ship them out a week later.
Mm-hmm.
Been the norm. We've always done that for years
Right.
and years and years.
Right.
Imagine there's no inventory at the refinery to get to the depository for us to buy. It's going to be just in time manufacturing. It's like, okay, you're going to be put in a queue. You send the money, we'll put it into production. Maybe that takes a couple of weeks, then we're able to ship it. So I think shipping might go up to like 3 weeks before you can get stuff. Right?
Oh.
This is wild to me that we're even having this conversation. The only way to fix it is for London to raise spot prices so high that you can release the inventory that India and the BRICS nations have to go in there so they can fulfill the contracts. But you raise prices so high to stay alive, you might actually die because you go bankrupt because you're paying so much for it, right?
Right.
This is where the BRICS nations really have London by the back of the neck. And we, as holders of silver, if you've already purchased, okay, we're going to ultimately sell into that strength. Those of you who have called and are sad because you think that you've missed the boat from $18 to $54, yes, you missed that boat.
Yeah.
Don't cry over it because what comes next is even greater than the growth we've already had, right? So I was just reading a research article this morning, and this research analyst, commodities guru in New York said, you know what? I think over the next 6 months, silver doubles to triples. Okay. And they gave this long, horrible technical explanation as to why. Right? Like,
horrible.
I wouldn't want anybody to bore themselves with it. But okay, yeah, I nerded out on it. That's just what I do. But anyways, they think three times, not from where we started. We're already 2 times from where we started. 3 times from where we are today. At $54, that puts silver at 162.
Oh, wow.
In 6 months. Even if he's wrong and he uses the doubling from where we are today, that puts it at 108.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it's like, okay, I'm so excited about this. What comes next is greater than the growth that we've already had. So you haven't missed the boat. And I've had even more conversations this week with clients. It just shows the generosity of the And We Know audience, right? It's like these conversations of people crying.
Oh, wow.
Because their lives have been changed, not because they're sad.
Right.
Tears of joy. And wondering what they were going to do. I talked to somebody this morning, and he said, Kirk, I was doing the math. I made more in my silver growth this year than I actually did working.
Oh, my goodness.
What? That's a gift. That's an absolute gift from heaven, right? And people are now thinking, I feel guilty because I've got so much. It's like, okay, don't ever feel guilty about the blessing that God gives you, right?
Yeah.
But what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it away? Are you going to help people? Are you going to buy a mansion with it? Whatever you do with it is what you do with it. But when God gives us a gift, don't say, I feel guilty, God, that you gave me this gift. He wants to bless you with it because he trusted you with the small things, and he knows you can trust you with the big things, right? So this growth that we're seeing, I've had so many And We Know viewers saying, I got to do something more with this amazing growth. I want to give it a lot of it away. I want to figure out ways where I can give more. It's like, it's the kind of heart I love to see.
Oh, I love it.
It's a generous heart. And I get emotional, LT. I mean, I literally got, people are not going to think that this is weird because they've seen me cry like 100 times, right? But I get emotional thinking something as silly as silver has changed people's lives.
Yeah.
It's changed their legacy. It's changed their retirement. And I'm saying, as silly as silver, who would have ever thought 10 years ago that this little ancient relic that your advisors and brokers at Schwab and Merrill Lynch say, oh, that's way too risky and speculative and it's stupid ancient relic. It's changing lives and changing generations of lives. And you know what? We ain't seen nothing yet, right? Excuse my poor English, but the best is still yet to come.
Yeah.
That's exciting to me.
Yeah. Wow. What an amazing update. I mean, we've watched it. I mean, I see it every single day. The price of gold has now broken this record. The price of silver has now grown this record. And I'm just like, man, I wonder if folks are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. And I was, just excited to see, the change for those that jumped on board years ago, and many more that are jumping in this week, realizing, hey, I think we're definitely going to see this thing skyrocket. And so, we're so excited just to understand it all, and we appreciate you and what your team is doing, working these long hours to take care of us. It's been amazing.
Oh, it's amazing. It's adrenaline, right? It's keeping me up. And it's exciting. It's like when people need help, we are going to work long. We're going to work hard. We will bend over backwards to help you. And it's a sacrifice that we are happy to make, because this to me is a once in a generation market.
That's right. Folks, you can go to amweknow.com/gold, or that QR code you see on the top of your screen. You can scan that. It'll take you to an amazing website, and you're going to get the help that you need. A lot of folks calling in, so about 24 to 48 hours response on that, I'm sure, with you guys so overwhelming, busy with so many folks calling in and reaching out. So we really appreciate you guys, and looking forward to the next update. Who knows where we're going to be next week with silver. Just hold on, buckle up, and prepare for an amazing ride. Thank you so much, Dr. Kirk Elliott.
You bet. It's my pleasure.
Pretty amazing update. Hope you guys catch on and reach out to him. It'd be pretty amazing. Folks, thank you for hitting that follow button on Rumble. We're almost at 500,000 followers there, and that like button. We'd really appreciate it. Share these videos if you would to friends and family. And we just look forward to also hearing from you for those that are looking forward to coming to the cruise March 15th through 22nd. It's not too late. You can sign up for that. It's in the description box below, or go to amweknow.com. And we'll see you then. All right. For now, it's LT Semper Fi with Them We Know, signing out.